use social media.
Let me see.
Shoes in the front, so that people think we're rich.
Yeah.
Oh, Essex. She can have the wine. Let's do the
Wine.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Well, I feel like you have to.
I hate
You have to get comfortable.
Sorry, Mum and Dad.
We're going to talk about Australia today. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
For sure. I actually wasn't born in Australia. I was born in Argentina. And my family... Yeah. Not the USA. My family moved to Australia when I was 12 years old. We settled in Perth, which is like on the west coast. Much smaller city than Melbourne. But I really loved growing up there because like we're really close to the beach. I could go ride my bike with my friends and I'd go to the beach and the weather's amazing. We'd go snorkeling, free diving, kite surfing, sailing. So it was a really great place to grow up and not a lot of people go there. I really love Perth, but then I moved to Melbourne about 2.5-3 years ago now.
Why'd you leave Perth? You love it so much.
Left because of university, and Perth is really cool, but not a lot goes on there in terms of nightlife, so it's great for nature and stuff. But if you want more of a city experience, Melbourne or Sydney are definitely two places.
So you broke up with your girlfriend and you had to do some nightlife.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
It must have been hard for you.
It was a bit hard, but I think I made the right move because I really love Melbourne.
It's Blaze's turn.
Now, Blaze. I'm born in Melbourne, I live in Melbourne.
You spent all your life in Melbourne.
Yeah, unfortunately. To everyone who's like thinking about coming to Melbourne, it's good for a weekend maybe. I think it's the best city in the world for 3 months, but after that it's too cold. I'd recommend maybe like Brisbane or Byron Bay. Cairns is also really cool. Always
How about
warm.
Perth?
I've never been to Perth, but I'm sure it'd be okay. Maybe a bit too cold as well. And everyone assumes that Australia is always warm, so they come to Melbourne, and it's essentially like it's like London here. If you're thinking about coming to Australia, go to the north.
If we need people to know like
The truth.
not true, different perspective. Do you think Melbourne is the busiest city in Australia?
I've had friends that moved from Perth to Sydney. I've had a couple of friends who told me a similar thing. They say that in Melbourne, you've got like a big city and there's a lot of like professional services and accounting and finance and all that kind of stuff. But there's still like a lot of like bars and like people go and do that kind of stuff. Whereas in Sydney, I've been told that there's more of a hustle culture. Like you go there and you work in finance and you get there at 7:30 and then you finish work at 7 p.m.
Ow.
And it's more like big city, like work. So I think Melbourne has like a good balance of like work, but also like a bit chilled and laid back.
3 key words when you talk about Melbourne.
Culture. Melbourne loves to pride itself on like its coffee culture, like bars, restaurants, like all that kind of stuff. What's another word you would say, Blaze?
Coffee's a good one. Sport.
I think a third word I would use would be
Cold.
people always say that Melbourne has 4 seasons in one day, and if you were to come here for a week, you would realize that it's sunny, and then 2 hours later it's raining and it's cold, and then it's 30 degrees, and then it's 10 degrees again.
You can see different people like from different country on the street
Yeah,
every day,
yeah.
but that's not common back home. How about other city?
We're just very welcoming.
How about
We're
Perth?
Perth had a ton of mining money. They needed to bring so many workers in. There just wasn't enough Australian workers, so they would like fly people in from Asia, from Europe, from Africa. There's so many different cultures in Perth too. I think it's a very similar thing in Sydney, probably Queensland as well. Darwin maybe not so much.
The more north you go, the less multicultural it is.
Yeah.
I think it's just because people come here and they come to the big city.
Talk about nose. Let's talk about Australian accent.
Sha sha ding dong.
What should we do?
谢谢，
谢谢，订阅，
订阅，
按赞。
按赞。